Okay, hi, my name is Akira Kopec, and I'm from the Center for Civic Engagement, and I'm here with Vestal Town Council candidate Sue Messina. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get started. First, I wanted to ask why you are running for town council, and also if you could tell me a little bit about how your past experience has prepared you for this role.
Okay, well, again, my name is Suzanne Messina. I'm running for town council. I'm currently on the town council because I have a passion for helping people. And as a town official, you actually interact with people personally. They see you in the grocery store, they see you at the library, and I like, or they'll stop by as they're going by in the house, and I like being readily available to people. I work really hard to answer all my emails, have worked with the supervisor to make sure that we're doing community meetings for residents that have concerns. I've been in government for 14 years. I served on the Broome County Legislature for 2 years, but I really felt like where I wanted to be was in the town. I don't want to be on the sixth floor of an office building. I want to be on the first floor of a building people can come in and talk to. And so I've been on the town council for 12 years, and there's been a lot of change throughout that time. I've interacted with actually the university students in terms of there was a concern at one time about Oxford, the street that goes from the U Club to the university, and putting in crosswalks, but also at that time, when you walked down Oxford, you always felt like you were going to be hit by a car because there was no definition of where people go and where cars go. So I brought it to the board. The board was not receptive because it's a narrow street. So just kept lobbying, and eventually they said, well, we'll do a walking path on one side of the road for the students. I said, but someplace they have to cross to get there. I mean, there's all these streets they have to cross. Well, in the meantime, when the order went through, it went through to paint the lines, and they painted them on both sides because they didn't realize that it was only going to be on one side. So I've come and talked to students at the university. I like the university being part of our community because it gives us a vibrance, it gives us youth, it gives us new ideas. Oftentimes, the university students will come and get involved with different issues. So, one of my goals is to continue the path of trying to make and keep the government cost effective, solicit more grants so that we can continue to provide a safe, healthy work environment, but that our residents can afford to live in.
Awesome. So you touched on it a little bit, and I'm going to ask in a few questions about the housing situation currently in the Vestal area. But just first, if you're elected, if you could talk a little bit about what your top priorities for the city would be. And I know you talked about some past ones, but just going into the future and continuing to work with university students and town members alike.
Okay, so the town and the university have gotten along pretty well. We're pretty compatible. We're all in the same environment. When we've gone to the university and asked for things, they've looked into it and helped us. They helped us secure the crosswalk that's down by used to be the NISEC building. Now it's one of your event buildings. So they've helped us get sidewalks in, a lot of quality of life issues, instrumental in bringing the trail from the city to the university. And I will continue to be involved in those activities. And anytime students have asked me to come and speak, I have come and talked to them because you're a very vibrant, important part of our community.
Sweet. Okay, so my next question for you is more specific to the housing concerns of students and residents in Vestal. So if you could just talk a little bit about how you plan to address those issues.
Okay, well, in terms of housing, I mean, there's a lot of housing that's currently in progress. There are the apartments that are going in at the intersection of Bun Hill and 434. Used
Mhm.
to be a hotel. So those apartments are going in. I know the university itself is planning on putting in more housing. The project at the top of Bun Hill will be done within in the next year, I believe. So there's lots of just different options for housing at lots of different prices. and we certainly are close by to everything. So I will continue to support efforts to make sure that housing is not only available but affordable.
Okay. My last question for you is just if there's anything else you'd like to share that will help students decide who to cast their vote for.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm very happy that the university is part of our community. And here's how much of a part of the community the university is for me. My oldest brother, my older sister, and my baby brother all went to Binghamton University. Harper College, State University of New York at Binghamton, whatever it was called at that time. And it's grown by leaps and bounds. When I was younger, when I was a little one, we used to ride our horses through Binghamton University. That's how much it's grown. We certainly wouldn't do that today. But the university, as the university has grown, the town has grown. And it's been a very nice relationship. So back in 1998, my house was destroyed by a tornado. And I live probably a mile and a half up, maybe 2 miles up Bun Hill as the crow flies. Part of the roof went over the university. So the campus police saw part of the roof go over the university, said, "Oh my God, somebody's in trouble," got in the car and drove, followed the debris path up Bun Hill up to our road. Um, a whole swath of trees had been mowed down, so they climbed through the trees and got to our house just to make sure that people were safe. And other people arrived, but I'll never forget the university police came first. They saw it, they reported it, and they acted. And so we're a community. And I will always do whatever I can to help the university and the students at the university.
Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you so much for coming today. A reminder to students to please check out our other videos to see all the other candidate interviews. And don't forget to cast your vote on November 4th. And if you have any questions, please come to the Center for Civic Engagement located across from the Marketplace in the Union.